Metaphors and similes. Almost all languages include a type of language called figurative language. Figurative language is when you go beyond the literal or actual meaning of a word or a phrase to convey a message or a point. Figurative language often adds a vivid effect. We also call these words or phrases figures of speech. For example, here is a sentence with figurative language. Yesterday, it was raining cats and dogs. The phrase raining cats and dogs sounds silly. However, to understand this phrase, we must go beyond the literal or actual meaning. This phrase means that it was raining very heavily. There are many types of figurative language. However, we will focus on two, similes and metaphors. What is a metaphor? A metaphor is a word or phrase that describes an object or action in a way that is not literally or actually true. Usually, we use metaphors to help us explain an idea or make a comparison. A metaphor states that one thing is another thing. For example, it is raining cats and dogs. In reality, it cannot actually rain cats and dogs. As we mentioned in a previous slide, this phrase means that it is raining heavily. Here are some other common examples of metaphors used in English and their meanings. Couch potato. Jim is a couch potato. This means that Jim spends very little or no time exercising and watches a lot of television. Life is a journey. This means that life is filled with lessons and challenges, happiness, and special moments that lead us to our purpose in life. Loose cannon. Jen is a loose cannon. This means that Jen is a dangerous, uncontrollable person. Time is money. This means that time is a valuable resource. Shining star. Ben is a shining star. This means that Ben is outstanding, very brilliant, or excellent at something. This is a cartoon showing different people comparing the different parts of an elephant to other objects metaphorically. The other type of figurative language that we will focus on in this presentation is called a simile. What is a simile? A simile is a figure of speech that is used to compare one thing with something else. Like metaphors, similes also help us explain an idea or make a comparison. Unlike metaphors, similes compare things using the words like or as. For example, life is like a box of chocolate. In that example, we are comparing life to a box of chocolates. Here are some common examples of similes used in English and their meanings. Helen swims like a fish. That means that Helen is a very strong swimmer. Becky's cheeks are red like a rose. This means that Becky's cheeks are the color of a healthy person. John is as brave as a lion. This means that John is very brave. Katie is as busy as a bee. This means that Katie is always working very hard and she's always busy. Both metaphors and similes are figurative language used to make comparisons. What is an easy way to tell the difference between both types? Similes compare things using the words like or as. For example, Kim is as tough as nails. Tom laughs like a hyena. Metaphors directly state a comparison. Metaphors say that one thing is another. For example, the snow is a white blanket. Her long hair was a flowing golden river. Now it's your turn to practice. Guess which statements are metaphors and which statements are similes. The answers are below. Now that you know what metaphors and similes are, try forming some metaphors and similes of your own.